Just across the Hudson from downtown Manhattan, we welcome you inside MetLife Stadium, East Rutherford, New Jersey. Playoff fever in the air. It's the first of 4 this weekend. And off we go in the divisional round. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run, and it's Hall. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40.
We met with these coaches during the week, Mike. They told us the emphasis this week about getting the run game going early, and we see it here. Nice first play pickup, fresh set of downs.
So, from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. They'll go again with Hall. Not much there, maybe a yard.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. 1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and
9. Here's 2nd and 9. Now they'll set up to throw. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line.
Every staff in the league that understands that we have to play a rookie quarterback, regardless of their talent, regardless of how high they were drafted. The ideal situation is to fill that huddle with as many veteran players as possible. The quarterback's going to be young. He's going to make some mistakes. The more veteran, talented guys around him, the easier it is to weather those mistakes. Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the 1st down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
These are the chunk plays they thought they could get here against this pass defense. They thought the passing game favored their offense in this matchup, and I think we can expect this to be the case the rest of the game.
We give to Hall. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. They'll send a tight end in motion. Another run here with Hall. And he'll pick his way forward, a gain of about 5. And that's going to set up 3rd down. They'll try to run for it with Hall. And he's going to be brought down right on that yellow line, but the official signal, he's got enough for the 1st down.
In real time from up here, Mike, I couldn't tell whether or not he got it at first glance, but I think after seeing the replays we have up here, it looked like he and his blockers got just enough, and they're going to be able to keep this drive alive.
On 1st down, they go right back to Hall. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
These edge rushers, they are judged by their sack totals, Mike. They love to rush the passer. But they have responsibilities in the run game as well. Great job here, keeping it to no gain.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Now this time they'll look to throw. He's got his big tight end. Touchdown, Jets. Not going for two. They'll kick the point after. The kick is good, but there are penalty flags down. They might have made contact with the kicker too late. "7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out, so they'll take over at the 30-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They'll run with the second-round pick in the April draft. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
This is how you draw up your opening possession when you're on the road. The longer the drive goes, the quieter the crowd gets. Continue to mix in that run game. Let's see if they can finish off by putting this ball in the end zone.
And the defense was ready for him this time. Did not have the same room to run. That one's no gain.
All the qualities that make a good safety are seen on display on this play. Speed, pursuit, and then the intensity and the strength at the point of contact for the tackle to keep this ball carrier to no gain. That is a complete safety play.
Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short game.
Mahomes going to throw here on 3rd down. That's complete. McKenzie with it. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. They'll send a tight end in motion right. On 1st down, it's Mahomes. That's caught. It's Jared Wiley, the tight end. And he's going to be brought down just outside the 10-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
On 2nd down, Mahomes. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
And he'll just have to throw this one away. There was nowhere to go downfield. And now it's going to bring up a 4th down. The field goal unit out here for the Chiefs. This about as short as you can get. He'll bang that one through. It's good. And the Chiefs are on the board. It's 7-3.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. On play action, he'll set up to throw. Down the field, it's caught on that left sideline. And he's going to be running out of bounds, but not until he gets down to the 40-yard line. That's good for 27 and a 1st down. A give. Here's Hall. He'll work forward for a couple. Brian Burns comes off the edge to make the play. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. They'll look to throw. Now a ball deep, middle of the field, and that is incomplete.
You know, Mike, there's the saying in the NFL, take what the defense gives you. But that's not always the case. Sometimes you have to force a ball downfield. Show the defense you are willing to take big shots. Even though they weren't able to connect, it's going to have an impact the rest of the game.
Open man, right side. He's got it. 4 catches already in this opening quarter, off to a hot start as he picks up the 1st down.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. I think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
And he'll get about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. He'll look to throw. He'll get it into the hands of Garrett Wilson. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down. They will run it over center with Hall. And he will get into the end zone. Reese Hall. Touchdown, New York. The extra point is good. And the Jets extend their advantage to 14-3. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. The return starts from the 5. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. They face 2nd down and 7. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team,
it's intercepted. He tried to take on Sauce, and Gardner took it away. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Mike, these are just throws you're not accustomed to seeing, especially from a quarterback that has played this much football. He's been around the NFL for a long time. He's got to make better decisions. Costly mistakes like that are going to kill his team.
They'll run it out of the gun, and it's Hall. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. He'll drop to throw. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
Here in the first half, we've seen nothing but connections from these two guys. I mean, they've come out completely on fire. So the defense finally gets a stop, and really the first time we've seen these guys be a little bit off.
Let's go now. Panther 11, Panther 11. Ready, ready.
Now, on 3rd and 2, they'll try and throw for it, and that is incomplete.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
They're going to go, and it's Hall. going to have the Jets first down. He gets more than he needs. 4 yards picked up on 4th and 2.
I know it's 4th and short, Mike, but at this distance, you actually have to clear a lane out. You can't just fall forward or push the pile. So that conversion, it's as much of a credit to the blocking as it is to the running back seeing the hole and hitting it.
And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
1 quarter in the books in this AFC divisional playoff. The Jets have the advantage. More from MetLife Stadium after this. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Back to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And this drive's going to continue. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 1st and goal for his team. They'll run. It's Hall. He's slowed up quickly as he gets this down to the 6. Second and goal. A tight end in motion now. One more time, they give it to Hall. And this time, he's in. Breece Hall, touchdown, New York. He is shining in this postseason spotlight. That's his 2nd touchdown of the game. What a standout performance early on in this one. That his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game.
And some backs, Mike, they just have a sense of finding the end zone and being able to finish off these runs. That's exactly what this guy has been able to do today, and we're just getting started.
Here comes a return from the 5. Now an opening past the 30. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. McKenzie with the reception. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Throwing now, Mahomes. And he might have waited just a bit too long there as he throws it incomplete. Looking to set up the screen, but the defense wouldn't give him the time.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
They go 5 receivers for 3rd down and 4. And that is incomplete.
I think at some point for this quarterback, he has to start looking some other directions. I mean, he's tried to get the ball now to this guy multiple times, and all of them have resulted in incomplete passes. I'm not saying don't throw it to him in the future, but maybe get yourself a couple easy completions elsewhere before you look back in his direction.
And he'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. We're going to start this drive on the ground. It's Hall. And a good tackle out wide will hold him to a gain of just 3. Second and 7. Throwing downfield, right side, and it's caught. And he's going to be brought down inside the 15.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And After that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. And they'll stop him just short of the goal line, but they are going to have enough to and he's got another one. Reese Paul, touchdown Jets. Saving his best for the playoffs. His 3rd touchdown of the game. So his big first half continues. 3 rushing touchdowns already. Maybe have to start looking at the record book, see if he can do it. The record in a game is 6. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Drive will start on the ground. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
Well, has been the case this entire first half. It's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 9. And 3rd down. Coming up.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up 3rd down.
He'll try to pick this one up on the ground. The punter remains on the sideline. They're going to line up and go for it on 4th down. And he's going to have the Chiefs' first down. They managed to convert. That'll keep the drive alive. Off the play fake, here's Mahomes. He's going to keep it himself.
Nothing open here downfield. I think it's a good job just getting to the edge, getting something positive, getting out of bounds.
2nd down and 8.
Yellow.
Patrick to throw. He'll go right and find his running back. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch. Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
2 minutes to go here till halftime. Back with more of the AFC playoffs after this. Third and 6. Mahomes. That's to the right side for Burton. And he's going to be taken down short of the marker. And that is going to set up an interesting fourth down decision.
Yellow. Right side.
Here's Mahomes. That is incomplete. They took a chance throwing it on 4th and short, but not to be, and they'll turn it over on downs. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. He'll look deep, left sideline.
How often do we see teams kind of nurse these big leads, Mike, especially as the game unfolds? They turn to the ground game. They try to slow everything down. Well, not this offense. They refuse to take their foot off the gas. They're still mining for explosive plays. And frankly, with the way today's gone, I don't blame them.
Back to the air once more on 2nd down. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. Maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion.
There was no hesitation from the quarterback. From the jump, he knew where he wanted to go with that ball, but still leads to an incompletion. They're just still not quite on the same page.
70 range. 70 range. Mustang 19. Go.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. Going for it all. That's caught! And he will go all the way. Touchdown, New York. Extra point try forthcoming. The kick is good, but there are penalty flags down. They might have made contact with the kicker too late. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
Yellow. Right side.
They'll turn and hand this one off. He'll be stopped after a pickup of about 3. Sauce Gardner makes the tackle.
Hard on these two. Hard on these two. Right side.
Mahomes looking to throw on 2nd down. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
It's been a rough first half, but now as we approach halftime, Mike, you got to start getting some wins. And it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline. So as you go into halftime, you have something to build on.
And they're going to get this ball down to the 20-yard line.
Yellow. Right side.
Here's Patrick. He'll throw it on 1st down. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. The field goal unit out here for the Chiefs. This from 30 yards out. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Chiefs are able to put up 3 and cut into the lead.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well. You're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
And it's a poor kick here. Doesn't even make the landing zone. So that means the ball is going to come out to the 40-yard line. A pair of first downs gives them 1st and 10, up at the 40.
Go!
From out of the gun, he'll throw. And that is incomplete. One final chance does not work out. Time has expired. The first half has come to an end. All right, Coach. Thank you. Two very different halftime speeches by these head coaches. That's for sure. As we get set for half number 2. A return now from the 4. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line.
Yellow!
Here's a run to begin this third quarter. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
With the struggles they had running the ball in the first half, Mike, it makes sense that they're trying here early in the second to get this ball carrier going. But this last run's not going to do them any favors. Another rush, another loss of yards.
On the toss, they'll run. And he's going to be swallowed up again. Back-to-back runs, back-to-back losses. Now it is 3rd down.
What you love about these running backs, Mike, is that their confidence is that they can make every play a big play. But in this case, sometimes you have to know, all right, it's over. Cut my losses, try to get back to the original line of scrimmage and survive to the next down, but tries to make this play extended, takes a big loss.
That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Sauce Gardner.
Well, Mike, I think it's pretty clear what the message was by this head coach at halftime. He said, listen, guys, we're behind. We're trailing. We're going to come out early in this second half and be aggressive from the get-go and cut into this deficit. But oftentimes, reckless decision-making, over-aggressive play calling leads to turnovers. Now, this defense finds themselves heading back out onto the field a little earlier than expected, but they need to hold serve and keep this score right where it is.
He plunges forward for a couple of yards. George Karlaftis there to make the play. Now they'll set up to throw. A dive and a catch. Incredible. Catch number 7 so far in this one. And a first down.
And that's what you call being fearless, going over the middle. That's not everybody's cup of tea in this league, Mike. Some guys love to operate outside the numbers, and some guys understand their role is in the middle of the field, and not only to make that catch, but to do it laying out. That's a big-time play to secure that one.
At the Chiefs' 11-yard line.
Looking to throw here on 2nd and 10. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete.
Goes without saying, Mike, you have to be smart with the ball, especially down here in the red zone. You're already in scoring position. And I understand they're trying to come away with a touchdown, but at the very least, come away with 3. Worst case scenario is you turn the ball over and you come away with nothing.
And that is incomplete. He was looking for Garrett Wilson there, and it's going to bring up 4th down. This one is good. He knocks it through. And the Jets will extend their 3rd quarter lead.
I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
Oh, he's got room past the 30. Look at him go. And he's going to take this one coast to coast. 96 yards. Touchdown, Kansas City. Here's the Chiefs And Mahomes lining up to add on 2 more. They'll look to throw. That is caught. And they get the 2-point conversion.
Everything's about matchups, especially down here this close to the goal line. I think my guy is better than your guy. I'm going to put him in a position to have success, throw it up to him, and let him do the rest.
This returnable from the 4. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The drive begins with a run, and it's all. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down.
1 yard man brings up 2nd and 9.
Buffalo 18. Come on. Set. 60 Bobcat. Ready?
He'll look to throw. That's tipped and intercepted. Nothing better than a big man touchdown. The defensive lineman comes up with a pick 6. Celebration time for the guys up front.
Yeah, Mike, and you can always see which guys have a little running back in their pass, because this big guy, when he got his hands on the ball, he was not being stopped until he found himself in the end zone.
The kicking team off for the extra point. He knocks it through, and the Chiefs are able to cut into the deficit.
Chiefs 21.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive.
Set.
On the give, it's Hall. And he'll push his way ahead for a gain of 2. George Karlaftis there to make the play.
At the 29-yard line.
Set.
Got a man downfield. It's Wilson. And he's going to be dragged down, but not until he's inside the 25.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
And he'll fight forward for a couple of yards, but a flag is down, and the linemen are already walking back.
Dragon 60. Here we go.
He's got it at the 7, and he's into the end zone. Garrett Wilson, touchdown, New York. The extra point is up and through, and the Jets will extend this third quarter lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. And this will wind up working out well. He's going to take it up to the 40-yard line. Good return. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. Handoff here, up the middle. Not much happening there, just a short gain. Here's a 2nd and 9. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. He'll move it ahead for about 3 yards. Quinnen Williams there to make the play. Here comes 3rd and 6. To throw is Mahomes. He's got his man. He finds Worthy. And he's going to have the first down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9. One quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. This is the NFL playoffs on EA Sports. We'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. Lone back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. Mahomes now on 2nd down. This one is caught by McKenzie. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
On 2nd down, they run the counter. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. On 3rd down, Mahomes. And he'll take it on in. Rashee Rice. Touchdown, Chiefs. Here's the Chiefs and Mahomes lining up to add on 2 more. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. That's going to wind up incomplete. They tried for 2, and it does not pan out. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. That ball going to hop into the end zone. It's a touchback that will come out to the 20-yard line. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Shotgun snap and a give to Hall. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll go again with Hall. And it'll be brought down shy of the 35, but that is good enough to move the sticks.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the 1st down.
He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. 2 minutes remain in the 4th quarter. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. It hangs up a bit too much. It's intercepted.
Intercepted by the Chiefs. They'll take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's first and 10.
Yellow.
Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. That's over the middle and caught by Rice. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that anytime a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. We just saw a great example of it here. This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Mahomes now to throw on second down. He'll tuck it and take off.
You have to admire when quarterbacks are willing to put their head down and fight for some extra yardage, Mike. But sometimes the juice ain't worth the squeeze. Get down, protect yourself, live to play another snap.
Mahomes going to throw here on third down. He's going to air this one out. That is caught! And this is going to be a touchdown. It's too little too late. They do get a bit closer as they score here in the final minute of play. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure...
The pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
So they decide to put the ball in the air, which I don't mind on this two-point try, but the execution was just a little bit off, and it's not going to work out in their favor this time around.
From the 6, here comes a return. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. They'll break the 100.